go get him again.
Welcome back to the Rob Zoe channel. I'm your host Mark, and on the docket today we have an unboxing first impression video on the brand of Narciso Rodriguez. Today is going to be a good day because we're smelling a Narciso Rodriguez. This is a brand that is very underrated. Way more popular in the women's aisle than the men's aisle, honestly. I'd love for them to release more men's fragrances, honestly. Narciso Rodriguez is a brand that's outside the box. They base their fragrances on musk mostly and florals. And they do them extremely well. And this one called Narciso EDP, Eau de Parfum Ambrée. So are we going to get an ambrée fragrance? The box is, you know, kind of a nude color, brownish color. I'm showing brown instead of a yellow shirt, but I digress. Before we get into anything, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, much appreciated. And to my returnees, welcome back. You were missed. Let's take a look at the note breakdown and let's see what we get out of this thing. So on the top, okay, we got a couple florals and a couple tropical florals, right? Frangipani and ylang ylang. So, okay, so we're gonna go maybe a little tropical on this one. Now in the mid, we got the musk and amber, which I would assume are gonna be primaries. And then in the base, we got cashmerean, vanilla, and cedar. So hopefully we don't get too much cashmerean. Now this was released back in 2020. Nose, All-Star Perfumier, Orléans Guichard. So let's delve into this one. You know, Fragflex, I get these from Fragflex to Decant. And they've been sending me a lot of Narciso Rodriguez in the women's aisle, which means there's a lot of returns, but there's a lot of sales, I would assume, from Narciso, because I'm getting a lot of them. And I am not complaining. Ever since I started getting some Narciso from them in the female aisle, I didn't really know what I was expecting. It's a quality brand on the men's aisle, but I didn't know how good they were in the feminine aisle. There is several of them that I've smelt that I'm like, I'm gonna get a full bottle. That's how good they are. They are really well built, and it doesn't matter who the perfumier is. The creative direction of this brand has not moved an inch from their creative direction. Which was always musk and florals from day one. They started with Francis K as their nose, and they haven't swayed from that. Beautiful cube bottle. I think there's like several of these cube bottles. I think this is my second or third one of the cubes that I've been checking out. So I'm looking forward to this. We'll see if it's a heavy amber. Are those florals going to be a big factor? Let's see. Very good atomizer. Very good atomizer. And let's see what we get. Oh, okay, the florals are central. Okay. Well, it's a top note, so we'll see. Yeah, musky, ylang ylang, frangipani, they are central. So that's your three-headed monster. No sign of amber yet. It looks like Narciso's going to the beach with this one. You know, brought his signature musks with them, but I like it. I like that combo. Nothing wrong with this. Was expecting a heavy amber, honestly, but looking at the note breakdown, it's starting to make sense a little bit more now. But it's still like a heavy amber with the signature musks. Yeah. So I was hoping for syrupy amber. I'm disappointed in that case. However, from the brand of Narciso Rodriguez, you don't continue to be disappointed because the florals are stealing the show here. Really well blended with the musks as usual. So it has a vanillic base as well. So that's where the ambery glow's coming in, I guess. It's more vanillic base than anything. A solid vanilla, nothing outstanding. If you're coming in to this release like me and thinking that you're going to get a heavy amber, I don't know. You'll come out disappointed. However, if you dislike these florals up top, like in other fragrances, you're probably not going to like this one. They are pretty central. It's pretty light for Narciso Rodriguez. I'm not calling it transparent, but it's a little lighter than the usual. but the florals are stealing the show. They're giving this Narciso the vibe. What do I mean by that? It's giving it some happiness. It's giving it some color. It's the two florals up top here kind of give you, they are that X factor, you know, and they're well blended in this release with the musks, but it smells like sun-kissed skin with the yellow florals. You know, the only thing it's missing is a coconut factor, and then you're straight at the beach, honestly. But it has that creamy depth, that musky depth of a Narciso. So it's not going straight to the beach, but it's giving you like almost after the beach. This is like a Narciso Rodriguez for summer nights. I feel like it's playful enough for evenings in a warmer climate. I think this would shine, but it's also good enough for the end of summer. Like once it starts cooling down a bit, start of fall to the start of spring. Such a unique scent profile to me. Again, there's a lot more frangipani, ylang ylang based scents in the women's aisle. So it could be a dime a dozen for a lot of you out there. You know, the 4 female subscribers that I have, you might say this is just a dime a dozen. For me, you know, even in the niche realm, yeah, I stumble upon a few of them. But the thing is, a lot of these florals are met with a coconut hue or a vanillic hue. Now it has a vanillic hue in here, but, and again, I'm saying the florals are the X factor, but really the musks are the X factor because it changes the whole theme of this scent profile. Without it, it would be a tropical vanilla thing that I've smelt before. I like it. It's not the star of the Narciso Rodriguez line, but it is very much an interesting one. And this is a brand personally that is honestly, like, I know that people say, oh, okay, like you shouldn't put a line in the sand here of niche versus designer. But we all know when a fragrance reviewer starts talking about this is punching over its weight class. This whole brand is punching over its weight class. That I feel like this could be not a starter, but like almost like a niche brand. They could be charging $200 for these fragrances, and nobody would really blink as far as the quality of them. I'm not saying they're all built that way, but the ones I've smelt, especially some in the men's aisle that I own, are definitely artistic, well produced, continues to be fresh on the same theme. And this is like a statement of that. This fragrance right here is a statement of that it's the musks. Honestly, I'm so used to the musk that I said the florals were the X factor. But honestly, if you take out the musks, this is just a beachy scent with a vanillic background. All you need is like a coconut and you're good to go. And it smells like a lot of different things. But the musks really changed the game on this one, that it's not just a beachy thing. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Like if you're new to perfume and you're just stumbling upon me, this might not be your brand as a starter nose, but once your nose starts getting more into niche brands, you'll start to appreciate Narciso Rodriguez. And you have to wear them on skin, right? This is not one of those test strips and leave it. I think you're going to miss the appeal of the brand. If you're starting to just smell it on strip beside the YSLs and the Gucci's and stuff like that. This does not belong beside those, honestly. And I don't mean this particular fragrance. I mean this brand is punching upwards of those fragrance brands, honestly. A very underrated house. And I always speak about Chanel, Hermes, Dior as the trifecta of the designer brands, where that's the upper echelon of the designer brands. Like nobody else is close to those three as far as quality goes, blending, everything encompassing, their history, everything. Those three brands are the pinnacle of the fragrance game, but sometimes you kind of get lost in the second tier fragrances of the designer brands, like this, where honestly, like you would think the same theme over and over, that you'd think that it would just get kind of boring, but they're doing it. Like, yeah, I'd like to have a little bit more different aspects of Narciso in the same type of quality. That would be nice, but I don't think any brand honestly has done as many fragrances in the same genre. They built their whole catalog over musks and florals, even in the men's aisle. If you haven't smelled the men's fragrances, please do. There are some great ones in there. And they've built it upon basically two notes, two themes built together in one specific theme, and it does the job. And it continues to be fresh to this day. All right, so now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. Good, bad, and the ugly. I don't know if I said these are available at Fragflex. If not, hey, go check out Fragflex. Find Narciso Rodriguez. They are very cheap at discounters. Definitely, like I said, they punch up their weight class. A coupon code TFG10 gets you 10% off site-wide. You don't have to buy this fragrance. You can buy anything on the site. That's what that means, obviously. And you can keep the code in your back pocket because you can use it. It doesn't expire. Now, I can't wait to see what people are going to say about this one in regards to good, bad, and the ugly. I can't wait. Especially the 4 female subscribers. I know some of you dabble into Narciso Rodriguez, a great brand. You know, and Fragflex, if they're watching, keep sending me more Narciso. More of those musks ones. You sent me the Santal musk. It was awesome. It blew my socks off in the review. My socks were cleanly off. I want more musks. All right. And as always, a great import fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your musk-based fragrance wisely. This is a good brand to start with. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.